Why would you want to go to cameo.com and have a personalized shout out? Come to nowondeck.com, find me, Ron Hall, and I'll do one just for you. Birthdays, anniversaries, whatever you want, a personalized video or audio greeting for you now on nowondeck.com. Good evening, everybody. It is Saturday night. We hope everybody's doing just wonderfully tonight. Glad you could join us for another Jump into the Fire. Ron Hall, sometimes known as Red Zone Ron. I don't think that name's ever going to go away. And we're here because got a few things to talk about tonight. What's everybody been doing today? I spent a little bit of time with Amy, and she's holding her own. Thanks to all the support from you guys out there and other people here in town. Hi, Kim. Hope everything is great over at the Klein house tonight. But Amy's doing really good today. And I'm proud of her. So I'll see her again tomorrow. And, it'll be another good day. We're getting through this. I understand. I crashed last night, and I think I was out before 9:30 last night, and got up about 6 o'clock this morning. So needless to say, it's been a long day, but it's been productive to an extent. And we hope tomorrow is a good, lazy Sunday. Hello, Jane. Going to start things off. Earlier this week, you saw a lot of people posting a report from Fox News in Nashville, where supposedly the mayor of Nashville was having numbers manipulated in order to keep the COVID precautions that had been taken in the city from being stopped. Well, Fox News in Nashville has it, and people were, see, the numbers are being manipulated just so they can get what they want, so they can force us to do stuff. Then you get that great American Marsha Blackburn, who is now a member of the piece of shit list. There's member number 1 tonight, Marsha Blackburn, senator from the state of Tennessee. Now, she takes to Twitter and cuts a video talking crap about the mayor of Nashville. Lo and behold, yesterday, Fox News in Nashville apologized for their reporting on the situation. There was no manipulation of the damn numbers. But yet, da 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 da, that great American Marsha Blackburn went with it and decided to lambaste her constituents in Nashville. Now, since they have issued an apology, has Senator Blackburn done anything? No. She was an image consultant before she became a senator. If you want to have some fun and a few good laughs, go look at some of her old stuff where she was advertising herself as an image consultant. And there are some great photos of her with big hair like you had back in the 80s. Big hair. You know. So, Marsha Blackburn, you are a piece of work, and congratulations on making the POS list. We'll have another member shortly. Yesterday, Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away. Ruth Bader Ginsburg did more to champion equal protection under the law than anyone can possibly fathom. There was a movie about her about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Excellent film, where she argued before the Supreme Court for a man who was denied benefits or denied a tax break because he was the caregiver for his mother. And the IRS, in their infinite wisdom, and I think I've got these facts right. If not, just call me a damned idiot. In their infinite wisdom, said caregivers can only be females. Well, Bill Clinton appointed her to the Supreme Court. And yesterday she passed away. It was a battle with cancer. And now there's a void on the Supreme Court. And if you will recall, back the last election cycle, while President Obama was still in office, there was a vacancy. And the Republicans said that it was wrong to appoint a new justice that close to the election. And they said they would hold it up. Mitch McConnell, on record with that. Go look it up. It's out there. Lindsey Graham, same damn thing. Everybody was going to stop it if President Obama made an appointment close to the election. The Republicans were happy with just leaving the court in deadlock until the election had passed, with the hopes that their guy would win. Hello, Susan. Hubba hubba. Now, yesterday, the same voices that said, hello, Linda, down in Florida. I hope it's nice down there. The same voices who wanted to block any possible nomination by then President Obama are now in a giant chorus saying, we need to move now to fill the vacant seat. Okay, Mitch, what's changed in 4 years? Lindsey Graham, who went from when he was running for president in 2016, was one of the most vocal anti-Trumpers. And now you can't remove the lip prints from his ass. He's ready to rock and roll and get a nominee in there. Think about this. Here's why they're wanting to do this. In case there's some kind of snafu with the election, they want one of their appointees on the court should it become another Bush Gore and have to go to the Supreme Court. That's what they're wanting. They're wanting to stack this election any way possible for their guy. Thank you, Susan. Susan, oh my, what can I say about Susan? We share a last name, but now McConnell and Lindsey Graham are all gung-ho, ready to get an appointee. But a couple of Republicans have stepped up. Lisa Murkowski, I think she's in Alaska, excuse me. And then Susan Collins, Senator Collins has said, not going to vote. 4 Republicans, let me get the right hand up here for the camera. 4 Republicans will have to vote not to confirm. You got 2. My gut tells me right now Mitt Romney would make it 3. Would this be one of the outgoing, screw you, Mr. President, from Lamar Alexander, who's leaving office in Tennessee? Don't know. Now, I'm talking in hypotheticals here. Talking in hypotheticals. But you can bet your last dollar bill that they're going to try to get a nominee and get it done quickly. I'm of the opinion that go ahead, do your nominee if you see fit, Mr. President, but no vote is to take place until after the Electoral College meets. Is that fair enough? You can have your confirmation hearings. It just cannot go to a vote until after the Electoral College meets to validate the November election. That seems reasonable to me. I don't know about you guys. Y'all are smarter than I am. That's for damn sure. I mean, Linda's watching. Hi, Tina. And Tina brought up a good point. When Antonin Scalia passed away, there was still over 260 days left until the election. But yet the Republicans said they would block it. And I've been on this rant now for weeks. It's time to do the job you were elected to do. Represent the people of your state or your congressional district. Remove your lips from the ass of the president because you're afraid of some kind of retaliation. It seems to make sense to me. But the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, got to remember which president appointed the first woman to the Supreme Court? I'll take a drink while I wait on a possible answer. It's Ronald Reagan. Now, they have not even started mentioning names yet of who is out there. Now, with the passing of Justice Ginsburg, kudos to Hamilton County, who's flying flags at half staff. The response by the president was boilerplate. But it was respectful. I'll give him that. It was respectful. She was an icon in the justice system. And if you have not watched the movie, one of the final movies Chadwick Boseman made, I think it's called Marshall, about Supreme Court. You need to watch it. It's a great movie. And it's going to be interesting because you have Sonia Sotomayor, and I swear I have had a brain fart and can't think of the other female that is on the court. Dadgummit. If anybody can remember, please throw it out there. And shouldn't the Supreme Court represent the way America looks? If you want a conservative justice, which is what President Trump will look for, shouldn't there be a qualified woman out there? Don't pick, hello, Alan. For God's sakes, President Trump, do not pick another Richie Cunningham, Brett Kavanaugh. Not another Richie Cunningham. And it's interesting because there have been several news reports today about the relationship that Justice Ginsburg and Justice Scalia had. Although they were polar opposites philosophically, they shared a deep friendship. Why can't Americans do that now? And yes, Justice Kagan, thank you, Kim. And why can't Americans, Justice Ginsburg and Justice Scalia, best of friends? Senator Joe Biden, Senator John McCain. Different political philosophies. But before he passed, Senator McCain, who I supported for president, I'll admit that. I voted for the man. But he, as a man, would tell you his best friend was Joe Biden. And you can see the reverence he has for Senator McCain when Vice President Biden speaks of him. Why can't Americans be that way? It's like the old Buffalo Springfield song. for what it's worth. Carrying signs saying, "Hooray for our side." I mean, this is the 60s all over again, except it's 10 times worse. Because you've already got people saying, if they do not, I mean, Twitter has been a zoo since the passing of Justice Ginsburg. And you've got people on the extreme left who are saying, if they try to run something through, they're going to burn it down. And then you got people on the extreme right that say, you try to do anything and we're going to shoot you. Saw photos of a Trump rally today. And you got wannabe Billy badasses out there in their fatigues. They're not serving our country. They just want to look like a badass carrying their AK-47s or AR-15 or whatever it is because their wee-wee's too small. That's how I feel about them. If your wee-wee is that small that you have to carry something like that, it's your right. But it's like I told somebody the other day, I don't own a weapon of any kind. I don't plan on buying a weapon of any kind. But this is going to be maybe the most pivotal Supreme Court nominating process in the last 100 years. Because think about this. You've got Kavanaugh, Gorsuch, Thomas. You got the Chief Justice. I mean, you've got a conservative majority on the court now. It's going to be extended. And what they rule will last into our grandchildren's lifetime. Because they're majority of them, that court's relatively young. And remember, it's a lifetime appointment. But what, now, even though Marsha Blackburn made the POS list, she has been very respectful in her comments about the passing of Justice Ginsburg. Now, for you folks that live down in Georgia, your current Senator Kelly Loeffler, or I call her laughing because she's an idiot. She's not made any kind of public statement. She still has, if Donald Trump ever comes to a sudden stop, she'll freaking suffocate because she's got her nose buried so far up his ass. But she is fighting Doug Collins, who, as I said the other night, during the impeachment process, Doug Collins was the most ardent supporter of President Trump. And he tweeted out a statement. Rest in peace to the 33 million babies who have died during Ruth Bader Ginsburg's term on the Supreme Court. Didn't mention Justice Ginsburg in any other way. That was his public comment regarding the passing of a Supreme Court justice. who had nothing to do with the Supreme Court decision of Roe v. Wade. But he decides to play to the base and use it as an opportunity to garner votes. He could have been respectful. He could have acted like a human being. But instead, he makes that statement. So, Georgia, I feel sorry for you. You're either going to get Loeffler or Collins, and you're going to be stuck with that real piece of work, Marjorie Greene. Kind of sad. I mean, we're not faring much better in the state of Tennessee because we're going to end up with Bill Haggerty and let me tell you, and Chuck Fleischman. And so it doesn't get much better for us on this side of the state line. But for his comments showing no respect whatsoever to Justice Ginsburg at her passing, instead using it to try to garner votes, Georgia Congressman Doug Collins, welcome to the piece of shit list. Welcome. You join such great Americans as Don Lemon of CNN, Tucker Carlson of Fox News, all sorts of people. And we haven't had anybody on the POS list in quite a while. So welcome to Congressman Collins and Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn. Marsha. But seriously, do yourself a favor. Go look at some of those photos of her as an image consultant. Damn, she could have been one of the dancers with Paula Abdul back when Paula Abdul was doing music videos. That was a hoot. Hey, don't forget to tune in to Scream Time. I try to post when they have something out there on YouTube or on podbean.com, all things horror movies. My son Chris and Eddie T over in Birmingham, England, talk to you about everything humanly possible about horror movies. And they've got they're on part 3 of their breakdown of what, when they were on here with us last Saturday, is deemed still as the greatest horror movie of all time, The Exorcist. It's hands down the best. It still gives me the creeps. But God almighty, it is so good. I did watch a little bit of football today. Charge on. UCF Knights kicked Georgia Tech. So, Linda, if you're still watching, go over there to the campus and fly the flag. Central Florida beats Georgia Tech. I think I've told you this once before. When I lived in Florida back in the 80s, UCF was no bigger than Chattanooga is now. 13,000 students. Now, it is the second largest university in America. and a pretty damn good football team. And it's interesting. I have actually seen social media comments today. Hooray for the Georgia Tech students and fans who were not social distancing. Are you freaking kidding me, you idiots? Now, this is all from young 20-somethings and early 30-somethings who don't know their ass from page 8, who believe every damn thing they read on the internet, who absolutely, positively believe COVID is no worse than the ordinary flu. This country's quickly approaching 200,000 people dead from COVID-19. I've quoted the numbers time and time again. The last statistics available for the last flu season that there are statistics available for, which was the 2018 flu season, 60,000 deaths. So don't tell me it's the same thing, you freaking idiots. It is real. And if you care no more about your fellow man than that, go the hell away. Yeah, it's that simple. That it's just disturbing that there are still people out there that think it's a hoax. But back to the Ginsburg thing for just a second. Chattanooga's favorite whining ass millennial is already chiming in his 2 cents worth. Now, keep in mind, he's a failed politician. But he hopes that he will see that the stranglehold between Yale and Harvard is broken with the next nominee, because in his lifetime, there's not been a nominee that didn't come from Yale or Harvard. All right, you damn twit. I'm going to ask the parents out there, okay? You've got a child that wants to become, hello, Diane, that wants to become an attorney and decides to go to law school. Let's weigh this out now. Name me a great attorney that graduated from the University of Tennessee Law School, the University of Georgia, Florida, Alabama, the law schools of the Ivy League. That's the gold standard of law schools. That's where the recruiters for law firms all over the world go to get the best and the brightest. Can you see a justice on the Supreme Court of the United States that graduated from the University of Tennessee? Let me spit some more tobacco juice. So quit whining because the Ivy League has a stranglehold on Supreme Court nominations. If you're so If you're so damn smart, go to law school, become a lawyer, and see if your happy ass would get nominated. It ain't going to happen. One of my favorite football players of all time from Ridgeland, Daniel Johnson, could have gone, I think he went to William and Mary, a prestigious university. Could have gone to Harvard, but he chose William and Mary. It's a big difference, folks, between those types of institutions and the ones we have in the South. If you want to be a doctor, you go to the University of Tennessee, or you go to Vanderbilt, or you go to Georgia. All right, baby brother. Washington and Lee. Kavanaugh went to an Ivy League school. Gorsuch went to an Ivy League school. Clarence Thomas went to an Ivy League school. There's your conservatives. But he's still my brother, and we differ politically, but I still love him. He's the best damn brother in the world. Nobody even comes close. Washington and Lee, thank you, Kim. I knew, and that is equivalent of an Ivy League school. That's very equivalent to an Ivy League institution. And so, you know, little Mr. whining ass millennial who's living off of his daddy's name needs to give it a rest. Okay? Please. Scott Herbst brought up something Friday that was kind of cool. And I remember it well when Cedartown was in the same region as Ridgeland. And that one night at Bowers Painter Field, we watched Von Bell and Nick Chubb on the same field. And that happened again Thursday night in the NFL when Cincinnati and Cleveland played. Pretty damn cool. But keep in mind, you also got to see Chattanooga Mocktae Davis of the Cleveland Browns. Yes, Diane, that's Donnie. He did like me. And that was the only drawback to mom and dad's obituaries. They put it in there, and it was printed up to where we looked like people would assume we were twins. Yeah, Hickson actually won a damn ball game. I can't believe it. Now, keep in mind, Don, they only beat Sequoia. That is everybody's homecoming game. Eastridge had to come from behind to beat Sequatchie County. But I know my brother is waiting with bated breath because next Saturday, the SEC kicks off. And I'm telling you what, game one right out of it's going to be a heck of a run. 10 games, all conference. So it's going to be interesting. No, it's that school up in crap, Don. I knew you'd catch me. I'm trying to think what county Madisonville and that is, and I can't remember what the county is, but it's up there near Madisonville and Sweetwater, I think. And Hickson won the ball game. I know. Family and those who I grew up with still call me that. Unfortunately, I had to be around ex-wife number one the last couple of weeks, and God knows she still calls me that. No, it's not Blount County. I'll look it up when it's over. And Monroe County or something like that, I think, is what it is. I used to go up there back in my days of traveling on the road, and it's been so long that I've lost track of all this crap. So as I get older, yeah, it is what it is. But once again, congratulations to Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn and Georgia Congressman Doug Collins. You are now on the POS list. Chris Cuomo could be next. See, I don't play favorites. I don't play favorites at all. Folks, thanks for tuning in. You have no idea how much this relieves the pressure that's been happening the last couple of 3 weeks. But Amy is 2 weeks sober. Let's give her a hand. 2 weeks. 2 weeks sober. And the folks who are working with her to find the facility for her to go to, call her each and every day, checking in on her. Hi, Alice. And here in the future, Alice, we are going to have Hall of Famer Larry Ward on here with us. Hey, Angie. But he will be joining us. Hopefully next Thursday night, we will have Jen Lambert from Nuga Radio 92.7. Enjoy the rest of your evening. No, she didn't say anything bad about our Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but she did buy into that crap that the television station in Nashville tried to get started about the mayor of Nashville fudging numbers, and now they've had to come back and apologize that they screwed up. That's why Marsha Blackburn made the list. She has, and I said earlier, she's been very respectful to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. But kick back, watch the NFL tomorrow, watch the Falcons. Well, that should be an interesting one. That should be interesting. Two of the most overhyped teams in the NFL going at it. Dallas and the Falcons. Titans are at home against the Jags. I'll be watching that. Maybe, unless I find something better to watch on television, like a good movie. And if anybody is interested in becoming a movie reviewer, if you go to the movies, message me and, get you on here from time to time to talk about some of the new movies that are out. Because I am anxiously awaiting the new James Bond, the final one of Daniel Craig, and they've not named a replacement yet. It's going to be he's going to be a tough one to top. So everybody, go out, have a great evening. Love your family, love your friends. Agree to disagree. But always remember, be kind to each other. Be like Joe Biden and John McCain. Disagree, but be friends. We will see you Monday night, 7 o'clock.
That's all, folks.